KNAC.com, the loudest.com on the planet. Happy New Year to you all. Thanks for tuning in. I have the pleasure today of talking to Diva Satanica, the new vocalist for the band Nervosa. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We hope the new year is going to be the year of Nervosa. Coming out,
I hope so.
coming out January 22nd through NAPALM Records, Perpetual Chaos, the fourth release. And this is your debut as well on the record, right?
Yes, it is.
Now, tell us how you got introduced into the band.
Yes, Prika sent us a message asking if we wanted to make an audition for the band. So we had to send her some videos performing the old songs. And she just did some video calls with us and let us know her decision. So here I am, and I'm very happy to be part of this project now with this new album that is going to be insane. I can't wait to everybody for listen to this new album. So hope you can like it.
I had a chance to check it out, and I gotta say, that's the first full album I've heard of 2021. And
Oh,
you guys did an amazing job, and it's a great way to start 2021 because it's an awesome record.
wow, thank you so much. It's really appreciated because we've been working so hard in these terrible circumstances of pandemic, and it's been difficult, but finally we made it. So thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely an accomplishment, I think, to be able to come out. I mean, I know things aren't over yet, but I mean, it's definitely an accomplishment to come to this point and release such a great record. So, congratulations to everyone in the Nervosa camp.
Oh, thank you. I tell the girls about this, and they will be very happy.
Yes. Now, from when you started the ideas and writing the songs up until the point of recording, how much time did you all take?
We spent like 3 months for the writing sessions, and we had to work from the distance, each one of us from home, just exchanging ideas, using internet and sharing files, something very different from the usual way because we couldn't travel because of COVID.
Hmm.
So we had to make it everything this way. And after that, we spent 1 month in Artesanal Studios in Malaga in August. And we spent there, 1 month for the recording sessions. Prika came first, then it came Eleni, and then Mia, and last of all, me for the vocals. So, yes, it's been like 4 months to do this, and yes, it's been an amazing experience. Kind of weird because of the circumstances, but yeah, it's been really great.
Awesome, amazing. And for people that don't know, the whole lineup of Nervosa is practically new. The only one, Prika, the guitar player that you mentioned, she's the original standing member. uh,
Yeah.
you, along with the bass and the drummer, are also all brand new members to the band.
Yes, we are, and the good thing is that Prika is the founder member of Nervosa, so the essence of this band is still intact, and that's a very good thing for the old fans. But I think we now have a wider perspective in our sound because we all have different backgrounds. I mean, Mia have been working in the black metal scene with such big names as Abbath or Triumph of Death, and Eleni has been involved in the progressive metal scene. I've been working in the death metal side, so I think everything makes an interesting mix.
Yeah, totally. So like the band originally was from Brazil, but now you guys are all from different parts of different countries, correct?
Yeah. Mia comes from Italy. I am Spanish, and Eleni comes from Greece. So now it's more than a European metal band.
Uh, so should we do the rest of the interview in Spanish? Because I'm Latino, I'm Mexicano, Mexican
Oh,
American.
really?
So hacemos toda la entrevista en español, ahora.
Como tú quieras.
Qué suave, qué suave.
Qué bien.
Now, now go back to let's go back to English and not confuse our listeners.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, tell us about more about your background as far as your vocals styling. What else were you involved in before you came into Nervosa?
I've been working with my very first band that is called Blood Hunter. It's a melodic death metal project, very underground based band, and we have two albums recorded, and we were about to record our third one album this year, but well, last year, but during the pandemic it was almost impossible to move from one city to the other, and we all live in Madrid, but like 50 kilometers from distance the one to the others, and it was very difficult to go to the recording studio or even go into the rehearsal room, so we had to postpone it until this year, and hopefully we will finish the recording sessions for our third album this year, and maybe by the end of 2021 we had the release of this third album. And well, I started singing like 10 years ago with this band, and I've been doing some collabs with other projects, even with bands that never had growls in their stuff, in their material before, but it's been really amazing to try new stuff along the years. So I think that's been a very good thing to improve as a vocalist also.
Yeah, your vocals are really impressive on this record. Like
Oh,
I
thank you.
the music is really entertaining. There's not a boring song on the album that just feels like it's just filling up space. And you seem to have like this approach of a Tom Araya meets Angela Glassau,
Oh,
meets
wow.
Angela Glassau. Like, is that what you kind of is? Are those kind of your influences, or who are your influences?
Yes, I mean, when I started singing or learning or trying, the only women that I had as a reference, it was Sabina Klassen from Holy Moses and Angela Gozzo at that time with Arch Enemy. So yeah, for me, definitely, they are both one of my main influences. And also Tristeza from the Greek band Astarte, because she was the first one in creating a all-female black metal band in the 90s, and that's a really amazing fact. So it grabbed my attention instantly. And yes, I think that would be my background. Sabina Klassen has been almost one of the very first one women in the scene and in trying this different approach to vocals. And I think probably she was the very first one, or maybe I'm wrong, but I think so, because she had been in the scene for almost 40 years or 30, a lot of years.
Wow.
So I think, yeah, I think she's 50 or years old or something, and she has been involved in Holy Moses and other projects all their lives. So probably she's the very first one. And yeah, the fact that Angela Gozzo just came into this scene as in a time that still was surrounded by men all the time, it was quite impressive, because if you saw women at that time in a metal band, normally they were looking differently. You know, they were like in symphonic metal bands or stuff like that, wearing dresses and beautiful clothes and so on. And just instantly, Angela came there and changed it all. You know, it was like, I don't care about clothes are not so important, makeup is not so important. So it was a very different perspective and something very important for women too, I think.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Like she still had a beautiful persona on stage, and I was fortunate to actually see them with Angela, see Arch
Yeah.
Enemy with Angela. So like she gave off that energy off that stage, man. It was explosive, you know.
Yeah. Me too. And she's probably one of my favorite performers on stage. Yeah.
Yeah, totally fun to watch. Now, going back to Perpetual Chaos, out January 22nd through Napalm Records. Are you excited for this release?
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, we've been working very, very hard since the very first day, some months ago, and I think that It's been difficult in the beginning because we were, four strangers from four different countries, and we had to learn and to work together at the same time. And finally, we found this connection so naturally that it became almost magical, and the album, as you said before, it's kind of cool because you never get bored from the very beginning, and any song has a different approach. And I think this is very interesting nowadays because obviously everything is invented yet. It's nothing new. But the fact that having something that can entertain people, it's quite difficult to achieve. And I'm very proud of this album.
Oh yeah, great. And one thing that I think is outstanding is that you don't just play it safe like a lot of bands nowadays. They only put out like 9 song albums.
Oh yeah.
You guys went for that lucky number 13, and you guys are putting out 13 tracks on this record. That's awesome.
Yeah. I must admit that I was kind of scared in the beginning because I thought that's very pretty much for a first album, but 13 is a good number, it's like a lucky number. So yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
And I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm old or something, but I remember back in the days when bands would put out albums of like 10 or 11 or maybe even
Oh
12
yeah, yeah,
songs.
yeah.
But like now everybody's playing it safe with like 9 songs, and then like one of the songs is an intro. It's like, man,
Yeah,
I
or one
probably or an
instrumental. Yeah.
instrumental or like an outro, and it's like, I'm just gonna skip all that. I'm gonna skip all that,
Yeah.
and then you're left with like 9 songs. It's like, man, you know,
Yeah, I think it's difficult to hold on attention on something nowadays. So
yeah, true.
probably that's the main reason. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's sad. Like, people's attention is really short nowadays. But I mean, like I said, this album is full of just like entertaining song after another, and you did a great job. Everybody, again, my congratulations. This is a well-rounded
Oh,
album,
thank you.
and I know it's we're only in January, but this is already going to make my best of 2021. So
Oh, thank you so much. It seems like a lifetime for me, and it's only 2 weeks until the release day, but it's like, come on.
now, did you write a lot of the lyrics yourself?
Yeah, I in the beginning of the writing process, Prika just sent me some riffs, or she just talked me about a concept that she wanted to write lyrics, or she has some lyrics written yet, and she asked me to make some arrangements. So yeah, I've been involved in all the lyrics except for one or two songs. And Martin Furia, that was our producer for this album, um, have made an amazing job because he's a great lyricist as well. So he had been in the final arrangements working on it as well. And well, every morning we got up and we just check all the lyrics, and he helped me a lot with that because we didn't have a concept for the album when we entered the studio, but when we were recording some songs, we realized that there was a common point, that was that chaos that the human being had been creating since a lot of time ago. And we thought about, there was a point that we thought that maybe we could deal with one topic or one perspective of that chaos in any song. And we finally made it that way, and he helped us a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the lyrical content on the album. Is it's really like dark? It's really it applies to the times and everything that's going on, and that's kind of the usual case with metal, right? All the lyrics always they're not just they don't just talk about the current times. These are lyrics that are gonna like unfortunately make sense in 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
Yeah, I think these times have been a big source of inspiration for everybody, especially musicians, maybe. But I think at the same time, we just wanted to get out of that negativism and that perspective. And we found it with Time to Fight that it's a song that it's like a claim for standing up against all these terrible things that are happening. And maybe Rebel Soul is a good one too in that way, because it's just it have that rock and roll spirit, and I really think that this is necessary too for the album, because if you put only negativity, it's like too much, and I think that having the opposite, it's a good point.
Right. And then, people love to turn to this kind of music because it does take them out of the negative zone. It does take them out of a bad mindset, and it puts them in a I think it puts them in a positive place, you know what I mean? Because it's a way for them to like let out that aggression, you know?
Yes, yes. I mean, for me, it's very therapeutic just to lock myself in a room and practice with roles and stuff. And obviously, if you sing about beautiful things, it's not the same. So, yeah, I think people just need it, and it's a good way of feeling relieved of all this situation.
And let's kind of point out some of the tracks on this one. Like you have the opening track Venomous, which definitely hits hard as soon as you hit play. You have, of course, the title track Perpetual Chaos, Kings of Domination, Time to Fight. You mentioned Pursued by Judgment. There's some outstanding titles on this record. Like, were those titles from your making, or was it like a whole band decision?
Um, yeah, for Venomous, it was Prika's idea. And I remember that for Kings of Domination, it was a sentence in the middle of the song. And Marty looked at me and talked to me that, yeah, this is a Creator song, I think. This is a title track of Creator, but it's very powerful. So we don't care. We go ahead with it. And I thought that, well, I agreed instantly. It's like, yeah, that vibe of oppression, the human being against anything, and we thought that would be fantastic for that song. And the other one, Pursued by Judgment, it was Martin's idea. We were looking for something closer to haters, because there are a lot of people nowadays talking bad things about whatever, because just they feel safe at home with his own universe of perfection, but everything else it's wrong for them. And we wanted to talk about this topic, but not going with the hater stuff, so we wanted to try something different.
Very good. Very good. Now, are we allowed to talk about some of the guest stars that you have on the album?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just to mention, you have somebody from Flotsam and Jetsam, Destruction. Give us some names.
Yes, for the song Genocidal Command, that it's a really powerful title track as well. We had the honor to have the collaboration of Schmier from Destruction. And I think he represents perfectly the thrash vibe in the song. It's like, for me, it's like a hymn. And yeah, he's a legend. And this is much more than a collaboration for ourselves, because we are like starting again this project with 3 new band members, and asking Schmier to do this and having his acceptance, it's been like a helping hand for us, and we are very thankful for this. And for the song Rebel Song, we have Eric from Flotsam and Jetsam, that it's an amazing vocalist. I think that is one of the most beautiful voices in the thrash metal scene, because he has a very wide range. So he can almost yell in the ear and then whispering in that low notes, and it's amazing. He did an amazing job.
Great. And to have that experience, the young girl growing up with these bands, you must have been like, oh wow, like I'm sure you
Yeah,
vocal.
I couldn't believe it. It was like, I can't believe that my voice is sounding in the same zone that these guys,
That's awesome. That's a great
Yeah.
accomplishment. So good, congratulations on that. And again,
Yeah.
we're here talking with Diva Satanica, the new vocalist for the band Nervosa. Their album Perpetual Chaos is coming out on January 22nd through NAPALM Records. Now, I want to thank you for your time here. Is there any last words that you want to give out to the audience? Some new fans that are not familiar with Nervosa and will be hearing you for the first time, and to some of the old fans of Nervosa that are familiar with the name.
First of all, thank you so much for all the support and the kind messages that we've been receiving since the announcement of this new lineup. So thank you so much. I know as a fan that it's not easy to lose some important members of one project like this, but the good news is that they are working on another project. So we have as a result two amazing bands, and I think that's the most important thing. So thank you, everybody, and hopefully last year things are better. I don't know if for 2021 would be possible to play live shows, but let's cross fingers, stay safe, everybody, and take care.
Yeah, and I would assume that you guys, or do you guys have anything planned as far as concerts, or you're still waiting to
Yeah,
see if things even out?
we had a lot of tours and dates booked for this summer, but we are not sure that this is going to happen. We don't know. So hopefully, yes, but I mean, we still don't know.
Yeah.
We had a North American tour with Amorphis and Tomb
Oh,
1 year ago.
wow.
That has to be, yeah, it was postponed. So
Oh
I'm
man.
not sure if this year is going to happen, but yeah, I'm crossing all my fingers in my body.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, let's see if this can be possible. That would be amazing, But well, let's see.
Yeah, because I can't wait for you girls to come over to the States, and like I'm gonna bring a bunch of heads with me, and I'm gonna tell
Oh,
check these
yeah,
guys
me
out, man.
too.
Check these guys
It's
out.
going to be my very first time in the USA, so for me, it's going to be huge.
Well, hopefully LA will show you some love, because they definitely need a kick in the butt when it comes to like metal. We don't really have much of a metal station here in Los Angeles.
Uh huh.
KNAC.com and we're trying our best to like put the word out there that there's still a lot of great metal. There was a lot of great metal last year in 2020, and there was great music coming out years before too, and a lot of people want to play dumb and say, oh, rock and metal is dead. It's like, no, not at all. You just need to
Oh,
go out there and look for it, and you're gonna find bands like Nervosa
I
and a
see.
bunch of other ones, and you're gonna really be really entertained and stuff like that. So
We are very rock and roll fans, so it's going to work for sure.
yeah. Real quick, what were some of your favorite albums last year that you were like listening and that was helping you get through this whole pandemic lockdown bullshit?
I think I don't know if you have heard for sure that you did, but Me and That Man, the project of Nergal from Behemoth, they have released a new album called New Songs. New, I'm not sure. It's like a tricky title track, but it was like same new songs, new shit. Same man or something like that, and it's amazing. It's one of my favorite albums of this year. And probably, I'm not sure if Alphaville of Imperial Triumphant has been released last year. And it's, I highly recommend this band because it's like a black metal experience with some atmospheric and some jazzy vibes. And they even use saxophone in the
Wow.
song. So yeah, it's very interesting. And I don't know, maybe, not sure. Maybe the last Primal Fear album, it's quite awesome. Or the new Sepultura Quadra is amazing.
Yeah.
Firewind, I don't know. We have a lot of amazing records last year.
Right. And then definitely some of the classic stuff, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Well, Diva, un placer de hablar contigo. Gracias,
Muchas gracias.
gracias por este álbum. Y me pasas, les das un fist bump y unos horns a todas las chicas
Sí,
de Nervosa. Y esperamos
sí.
que el año 2029 va a ser el año de Nervosa. Aquí en Los Ángeles los esperamos. Y mucho suerte con este álbum, pero no lo necesitan. Este álbum es definitivamente un bien chingón, como decimos.
Ay, muchas gracias. Pues cuídate mucho y muchas gracias por tus palabras y por la entrevista.
Again, thank you, Diva. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and you take care, and we'll see you in 2021.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully. Take care. Thank you.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.